Your person is struggling more than they ever thought possible, because no matter what they try, they cannot seem to feel romantically drawn to anyone but you. They may meet other people, have conversations, or even attempt to distract themselves, but nothing compares. The connection they once felt with you lingers in their mind and heart, and it refuses to fade. It has become almost impossible for them to imagine anyone else stepping into that role. What unsettles them even more is the fear that someone else could come along and romance you. The idea of another person winning your heart, holding your attention, and giving you the affection they neglected to cherish is something that fills them with unease. They know you have freed yourself from cycles that once kept you trapped, the patterns of drama, repetition, and disappointment. Where they remain entangled in their own karma, you have detached, and that very detachment has only made your energy more magnetic. It's pulling them in harder than ever. They can feel the shift, the transformation, and the way you've evolved into someone stronger, more self-assured, and deeply aligned with your own worth. For them, it's both inspiring and terrifying. You are no longer the same person they thought they had figured out. You've changed in ways they didn't expect, and the realization of your growth has made them see just how important you truly are in their life. You are leveling up in every aspect, refusing to chase anyone, refusing to settle for less, and focusing wholeheartedly on yourself. It shows in the way you carry yourself, in your energy, and in the aura that surrounds you. You've been taking good care of yourself, and it radiates outward for everyone to see. By creating space, you've taken back your power, and in doing so, you've shocked them completely. They never imagined you would take such steps. For so long, they were confident that no matter what they said or did, you would always come back, always forgive, always choose them. But this time is different. This time, you made choices that centered your own needs and your own healing. You walked away from chasing, and instead, you placed yourself at the forefront of your own life. This independence unsettles them because it's not what they had planned for, nor what they believed you were capable of. They underestimated your strength. They assumed you would remain in the cycle with them forever, caught in the push and pull. Seeing you unbothered by their absence leaves them feeling powerless. They do not recognize this version of you, and it forces them to confront their own behavior in ways they've avoided for years. When you don't speak to them or reach out, they become easily irritated with others, short-tempered, and restless. The lack of your attention weighs heavily on them. It's as if their emotions no longer fit neatly into place without you there to soothe or balance them. They feel the emptiness of your silence more deeply than they'll ever admit out loud. This distance is not only uncomfortable, it's unbearable. They've come to realize that the only way back to you, if such a path even exists, is through facing their own karma. There is no shortcut, no quick fix, and no charm that can erase what has been done. They must acknowledge the role they played, the ways they took you for granted, and the pain they caused. This truth is painful, but it's unavoidable. They regret their actions deeply, and it haunts them to know that they could have valued you sooner, loved you better, and chosen differently. The weight of this regret is heavy, it sits with them day and night. And yet, the fear that consumes them most is the thought of you moving on. The idea of you giving your heart to someone new, someone who recognizes your worth immediately and treats you with the love, respect, and commitment you deserve, it eats away at them. They cannot bear to think of someone else holding the place they once occupied. That possibility terrifies them more than anything else. What they did not expect was for you to truly put yourself first. They never imagined you would break the pattern and step into your power the way you have. In their mind, you were always the one who gave more, sacrificed more, and held the connection together. But now, you've shifted. You're living in your strength, in your healing, and in your independence. That transformation has left them reeling, because while you rise higher, they feel the weight of their own mistakes pulling them down. The more they watch you shine, the more they realize that losing you might be the greatest mistake of their life. You are not only different from the person they first knew, you are better, stronger, and wiser. And while that fills them with admiration, it also fills them with dread, because they know you may no longer need them at all. They are left with two choices: to continue sitting in regret and longing, or to finally confront their own shadows, face their karma, and grow into the person worthy of standing beside you. Deep inside, they know the latter is the only way forward. But whether they will rise to the challenge is uncertain. What is certain is this: their heart aches with the knowledge that they may have lost you, and the thought of you moving on without them is something they may never fully recover from. My mind has been racing endlessly with thoughts of you, consuming me in every way, mentally, emotionally, and even sensually. I try to silence the storm in my head, but it only grows louder with each passing day. These feelings I carry inside are far too overwhelming to keep buried any longer. They are pressing against my chest like a weight I can no longer carry alone, and the truth is, it is slowly killing me to keep them locked away. I can no longer pretend to be fine or hold back the flood of emotions that rush through me every time I think of you. I miss you with everything I am. It is not just a simple longing, it is a deep ache that sits in the core of my being, making even the smallest things feel heavy and incomplete. Nothing in this world can measure the joy and happiness that will fill my heart when you finally come back to me. I think of that moment constantly, as if my entire soul is waiting for the day I can breathe freely again in your presence. Right now, without you, I feel broken and lost, as though a part of me is missing. I am literally hurting in ways I cannot even fully describe, because the absence of you is not just physical, it is spiritual, emotional, and relentless. I need you back in my life, not as a casual wish, but as a necessity for my heart to keep beating with purpose. Every day that passes feels like a form of torture, and I don't think I can endure the pain of missing you any longer. The truth is, I know why we are in this place. I know I hurt you, and not just in small ways. I hurt you beyond limits I should never have crossed. That is why you are quiet now, why you don't respond to me, why there is this silence between us that cuts deeper than any words could. But my love, I need you to know that I am already paying the price for my mistakes. Each moment without you is punishment enough, and I feel the consequences of my actions with every breath I take. All I want is for this separation to end. My heart cannot withstand this distance anymore. I have never been the type of person to ask God for anything, but for the very first time in my life, I find myself praying desperately. I am asking Him not to let me lose you, not to let this be the end of our story. I cannot imagine a future without you in it. Please, I beg of you, do not walk away from me completely. Do not close the door on the love that still beats so strongly between us, even if it has been bruised and shaken. I owe you the deepest apology. I know I pushed you away when I should have held you closer. I know I broke your trust when it should have been my sacred duty to protect it. I know I disappointed you in ways that pierced your heart, and for that, I am endlessly sorry. I do not take any of it lightly. But I also want you to know that I am ready to do everything in my power to win you back, to earn your trust again, and to prove to you that I have learned from my mistakes. I don't just want forgiveness, I want the chance to rebuild us stronger than before, to take the broken pieces and put them back together with more care and more love than ever. You hold such a special and powerful place in my heart, one that no one else could ever come close to filling. You are not just someone I love, you are everything I have ever wanted, the embodiment of what my heart has searched for all my life. The connection I feel with you is unlike anything I have ever known, and I can never, ever imagine thinking of anyone else the way I think of you. You are imprinted on my soul in a way that no time, no distance, no mistake could erase. Every memory of us together, every smile you gave me, every laugh we shared plays in my mind like a song I can't stop listening to. And with each memory, I am reminded not only of what I have lost but also of what I refuse to let go of. You are not just a part of my past, you are the hope of my future. I don't just miss who we were, I long for who we can still become. I believe with every fiber of my being that we are not finished, that our story has chapters left unwritten. So here I am, laying my heart bare before you, vulnerable and unguarded. I am not asking for instant forgiveness, and I know healing will take time. But I am promising you that I will stand by you, patiently and faithfully, proving myself in every way I can. I will love you with a love that is consistent, steady, and true. I will show you through actions, not just words, that I am worthy of your trust again. Because the truth is simple, you are my everything. You are my light when the world feels dark, my peace when life feels chaotic, and my strength when I feel weak. Without you, I am only a shadow of myself. With you, I am whole, complete, and alive in a way I cannot be otherwise. Please, my love, give us another chance. Let me fight for you, let me prove that love this real, this deep, and this rare is worth holding on to. You are my heart, my soul, my forever. And I promise, if you let me, I will spend the rest of my life showing you just how much you mean to me. Your partner carries a heavy past that continues to haunt them, shaping how they approach love, intimacy, and connection. Their heart has been wounded in ways that left scars not just on their emotions but also on their ability to trust. These old injuries run deep, and because of them, your partner resists fully surrendering to the bond they share with you. Deep down, they fear that history has a cruel way of repeating itself, and the last thing they want is to go through that cycle of pain all over again. This fear lingers in their every thought, whispering doubts into their mind, convincing them that if they let their guard down, the story will end in heartbreak once again. Time has only intensified these emotions. It has been a long while since you both have truly spoken or seen each other, and that silence has created a distance filled with uncertainty. They are unsure whether you still carry the same love for them in your heart, or whether you have built walls around your feelings to protect yourself. They wonder if, in their absence, you have moved on or found peace in letting go of what you once shared. The thought that you might no longer feel the same way gnaws at them constantly, leaving them torn between the desire to reach out and the fear of discovering the truth. Even so, their heart is restless. They long to take the first step forward, to initiate something that could draw you back into their world. Yet, the weight of their own guilt holds them back. They remember the things they did and the words they said in the past, things that cut deeply and left unforgettable marks. The memory of those moments makes them hesitate, because they know that approaching you means confronting the very pain they once caused. Their biggest fear is not only that you might reject them, but that they may have hurt you too deeply to ever be forgiven. Despite this, the love they hold for you has not faded. In fact, it has only grown stronger with time. But this love is tangled with nervousness, vulnerability, and the heavy burden of regret. They want nothing more than to open their heart and tell you how they truly feel, but the fear of rejection looms over them like a storm cloud. Their silence is not indifference, it is hesitation born of love and fear colliding within them. They worry that if they reveal the depth of their emotions, they will be met with coldness or indifference. And so, they battle with themselves, trapped between the desire to reach out and the fear of being pushed away. Ironically, they now find themselves experiencing the very pain they once inflicted. It feels as though life has given them a taste of their own medicine, forcing them to face the consequences of their actions and choices. For the first time, they truly understand the depth of the hurt they caused you. This realization has humbled them, stripping away the layers of pride and denial they once wore as armor. With every passing day, they are learning to accept their mistakes and the role they played in creating the distance between you. This acceptance is painful, but it is also awakening them to truths they had long ignored. Their life without you feels hollow, as if something vital has been torn away. They go through their days, but nothing feels whole, nothing feels right. The joy they once knew in your presence has been replaced with an aching emptiness. It is as though their world has been slowly falling apart, crumbling beneath the weight of regret and longing. Every moment without you reinforces just how much they need you, not just as a partner, but as a source of comfort, stability, and love. In their heart, they know you were never just another person passing through their life. You were someone irreplaceable, someone who touched them in ways they didn't fully appreciate until now. Your absence has forced them to see that what you both shared was rare and meaningful, something worth fighting for, even if fear tries to convince them otherwise. This awareness, combined with the love they still carry, is what keeps them holding on to the hope that perhaps, despite everything, there is still a chance for reconciliation. Yet, the uncertainty of how you feel now is what stops them from moving forward. Do you still think of them? Do you still hold even a fraction of the love that once burned so brightly between you? Or have you locked those feelings away, determined never to revisit the pain of the past? These are the questions that plague their mind daily, leaving them in a state of limbo. They are standing at a crossroads, one path leading towards silence, regret, and continued distance, the other requiring vulnerability, courage, and the risk of rejection. What they truly want is to choose the latter, to step into the unknown and reach for you once again. But that choice feels terrifying, for they know the outcome is beyond their control. Still, beneath all the fear, one truth remains clear: they love you deeply, and their life feels incomplete without you. Whatever mistakes they made in the past, they are beginning to see them for what they were: moments of weakness, pride, and fear. Now, with a humbled heart, they find themselves ready to acknowledge those mistakes, to face the consequences, and to hope that perhaps love can still bridge the gap between you. Even if words are difficult to form, even if their courage falters, their heart beats with one constant realization: they really need you.